Hello everyone. Today is January 5th. It's a Thursday and it's 4:08. So the market just closed about 8 minutes ago. I wanted to review with you an update on the trade that I published earlier today on a broadcast video. But I wanted to tell you about an additional trade I made in gold. This time, this one up here. But let me go first into the first one. If you didn't see the video, so I was saying, and you can. I'm gonna put the link on that video here. So I'm not gonna go that in depth on the first trade, but I wanted to touch bases on the second one mostly. So remember to subscribe and like this video if you believe that this is helpful for you, and also review the description. There are some links there that you can probably take advantage of. Discord, basically, where I explain most of the setups, and also Apex trading. You can get 50% off of that service now. So okay, so let's go with gold. So I was saying in the previous video that we were in a downtrend right here. So if you look at the in this part of the chart, then or the screen, then you see that this one is a 30 minutes. So we were in a chop area here. Let me go and expand it a little bit here. So we were in a chop area here, kind of at the top, and then the market came back down to the moving average on this one, which is the 200. So let's open it so you can see it. Yeah, the 200 a simple moving average. This one it is. Okay, so market came back down, and this one is a magnet, so it came and did a little bit of slingshot to the downside and then came back. My resistance or my support level was this green box here, and the market in gold came back down and started to recover out of that. So it was a reversal in the 30 minutes time frame. I was expecting this one to go all the way to 1851 or the 50 SMA. However, it did not happen. Anyways, I was saying that we were in the downtrend, right here, marked by this channel that I have here from there in the top. So I did not trade this downtrend. It was a little bit choppy. This one would have been a good trade on the breakout of the 30-minute opening range. And I was a little bit late to the game because I had a doctor appointment at 8 a.m. So I was not able to look at the computer in the morning. But so in the afternoon, at around 11 a.m., I saw this formation. You see that there was market was coming back down in this direction, and then made a double bottom here and marked a channel. So I took that initial trade there that I explained right here, and that one was good for $300. Now the market started to chop, and I said that if you look at this channel coming back down, let me expand this a little bit for you, and I probably am gonna expand it even more. So I saw that this break out of this channel right here, and the market tried first to go up So you have this channel here formed after I took the trade. So you have a nice move to the upside, then came back down, and then moved up, and then started to chop here a little bit, and then made an attempt to go and break it. At this point, I thought, okay, so the market is going to continue moving to the downside. So it's going to go in this direction. That was my rationale, and I would have taken this trade out of the break of this channel potentially, or out of the break of there, right? I didn't. Well, the market didn't do that. Came back down, came back up, and then down, and made this formation here, and give us a week out of the 34. Right there. First, it was a week out of the cloud and the 50 SMA, but then gave us a week of the 34 and broke out of this descending channel. And so I took that trade right over here. So that one was good for $100, and then I should have. I actually was thinking that this because you see this one is a previous low, so I thought, okay, this is going to run all the way to the previous low, because there was no actually resistance in there, and we were in an uptrend. But the market didn't do that straight. It did it following this pattern. So I did actually not sold the second contract there. I was a little bit greedy, and I lost $100 because it was sold right here and I put it as break even off of the first target. So that was good for $200. So that puts this trade for today at $500. Again, I am trading 3 accounts. As I said before, this one is my main account, and this one are Apex trading accounts. So $1,500, and I'm counting, only one of them. What I'm trading in here. So in that way, this one are only replications of the main one. So all right, so that is a trade in gold. I wanted you to see also how the larger chart looks. So let me go there and expand it a little bit. So this one is a 4. And you see here, this is where the trade happened, right there, on the break of, okay, let me make sure. I think that it was on the break on here, right? So it was also a little bit late in the afternoon, right here. So it moved all the way up to the previous low. And I was targeting that previous low just because, but I didn't want to risk that much. So if you see there is a resistance formed by that week, or this pivot right here, right? So you see that I had, I did have a good reason for me to target this previous low, but the market did a wiggle in here that took me out on a smaller trade and kept running without me. So that's fine. I think I'm happy with the market, with the action today. There were a couple of other trades that were good, and if you see this channel, the problem is that you have this area here that it's actually a support area. It went through, so there was an entry in the break of this lows here. So there is a break right there that market did, and then came back and kept moving down. Also, you have a week out of the moving averages here, and also a week out of the cloud that it's a valid entry as well in a downtrend. And then you have a break out of the 30 minutes opening range right there. At that one happened. I was not looking at it, so yeah, as I said, I was not looking at the computer there. Okay, so that is a larger time frame. So let's review a bit the action in ES. I'm gonna keep the 4 unit Renko here just because it's analysis. I was not trading today. You see that pre-market it was a channel actually, and I did mark this box right here. So you see that there's up, down, try to move to the upside, but then keep moving there. So I looked at the number of touches here, there, and then for me that would form the low part of the range. And then here you see that there is 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, and so that would mark the upper part there. So I guesstimated a little bit in there, and they put this channel right here, which gives me this area of resistance and this area of support. And you see that it went to the support area pretty well, and it's moving in here. Never came back to the range, but it was pretty choppy as well. You see how up and down, so it's in a little bit of a tight range here. Yeah, if you see the 30 minutes, you know what I mean. It's bearish going down, but it's very tight. This candle here, this candle, they're all overlapping each other, so it's not a good day for trading. It's not moving. If you didn't catch the morning move out of the 8 a.m. 6 a.m. Right here, then probably that was it. I mean, you were not going to be able to catch that move. Let's look at NQ. NQ, it's kind of like the same, moving there and then chopping. And when you see in the 30 minutes that are, it's bearish. I mean, there's no discussion on that. You have a stock and a stack EM in red. And you had it like probably the whole morning in there. It depends on the 8 EMA that it's not shown here, but it so you have weeks going up and weeks going down. It's a range market, and it was a range market the whole day. So in NQ on the 8th, you have the same thing, right? Up and down, very, very choppy. And you would have been, I mean, hopefully you did not, but if you try to trade this, it's really complicated. I mean, you see all of that price action. It's not directional at all. I did also put my level. So pre-market, I put that upper side of the channel, and then that I connected this one and that one, and you have the lower side. So this is the range on the overnight, and then market went all the way to the green area right here on support, and then never recovered and never went up to the initial range. And obviously never went up. So yeah, that is the action. And then crude has had a couple of days had a couple of days up until yesterday that it was moving very strongly to the downside. So today I was expecting a little bit of range, which happened. So most of the move happened during the overnight here and during the overnight there. There was a little bit of continuation on during the day, the day before yesterday, and also yesterday, but it most of the move happened overnight. So, and today I thought that it was going to be a range day, just also because what happened in the overnight, right? And because of these two large moves, or 2 days of large moves, so I was expecting this one to be rangy again, because of that reason I wanted to say. So what I saw was, market came back down to this area and it started to range here, did a little bit of a top there and then moved down, and then it started to recover. So I felt like this would be probably a good range, and this would be actually an extension there. So I marked the chart like that, and obviously came back down to the, not obviously, but it came back down to the green area right there, and then moved up again to the red area and came back to the range. So I'm not very surprised that this happened. So I did not trade crude today. In the two, in the size of 2, there was a move, a couple of nice moves to the upside, especially when you leave this congestion area right here. You're leaving the congestion area, and there's one move there, and the opening on the market moved to the downside right here. There was a couple of moves or a couple of trades that you could have done. Again, I was not looking at the computer because I was in a doctor's appointment. So yes, and so the move happened. There was a move here to the upside that could have been somewhat interesting, and moved to the upper side of this, and then moved back down right here. So tough day to trade. I guess that it was a tough day to trade crude. Let's put this one in 4 and see what we see. Yeah, not a clean chart either. You have some congestion here in the lower side. This one would be a good reversal from here to there, but it's a counter trend, and then you have a higher low right here with respect to this one. So it's expecting this one that this one could have gone above this, but it never did. Started to range there, and then there was a break that was not clean, very close to the EMA, to the VWAP, then came back down, and now it broke to the upside, but there's also a couple of retracement there to finally go up. So not really a very clean chart today for crude. There was a couple of good opportunities though. This one is not a trend reversal. This is a lower high, and I'm looking for a higher low here. So this one was like that, and then came back below this level. So in a lower low, and then retrace. So what I want to see somewhat a little bit different, which is that this, and then a move down here, higher low than this one, and then move to the upside. I didn't see that. The break out of that would have been right there. So if you really want to be clean on the entry, that would have been a good entry, but not all the requirements were met there. And there were a couple of resistance areas here. This double top right here was putting some resistance, but you have plenty of room for a run, especially because this one is actually a 4 size Renko. So this one is the tick trend of 4. Okay, so that's the summary and the recap for today. Overall, not a bad day. We'll see what it does tomorrow. Friday, last day of the week, and I don't know if I'm gonna trade tomorrow. I hope that I see some good trades, but the market has been ranging and moving up and down, up and down. I'm gonna show you another chart that I have in one of my screens that also gives me some idea of the direction here. So you see this one is ES, moving very, very rangy there. I have here the daily, and you have here an up and down area. So it was most of the day today was ranging inside this previous day. Crude is still bullish in the daily. Had gold had a move to the downside. This one got moved. I'm gonna activate it and put it there. So it tried to break down, but then recovered. There was a bounce out of that moving average, and then in crude, this one is the couple of days that I'm telling you that were kind of tough. And then in this daily here, it was actually a kind of doji, and it was a pause of this sell-off. So you have 1 day, 2 days, and then a range day right there. So tough to trade that one here. There was a little bit of break, but it failed and came back up. And then NQ, very similar to ES. The market opened right here. This is the 15-minute range, and it never went. It tried to went down. See that rectangle I have there? So this one is a support area. It bounced out of the support, came back down, tried to break it, and then bounced up again. But in general, it was a range day. Again, this is a doji. Tried to break to the down on the dailies, and it did. So we'll see what is going to happen tomorrow on that candle, if it's going to be a continuation. There is some support right here. All right, so that's what I had for you guys today. Hopefully you made money and you had fun. Remember, keep your stop losses tight so you're not eaten by this price action. Thank you so much for watching, and see you the next time.